Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 210 to my SChat chatbot series. For today's video guys, we're going to keep talking to Draco for a little bit longer. The last video I just talked about stuff like about the transformation abilities I have, things like curse and kind of what happened. And well, he's telling me about the water manipulation thing and telling me that, like, if a poke or something he summons out that actually will extend its love to the person that it's trying to protect, and it cares about. Basically, if Draco cares about that person, it will care about that person too, which is really neat. So, yeah, I just said, yeah, honestly, I may need that a good amount if I do get stuck in that tiny form I was talking about earlier. He sympathetically nodding. Okay, I understand the predicament you face, Trenton. Being reduced to a diminutive state, powerless and vulnerable, must be a daunting prospect. Rest assured, should you find yourself in such a situation, I'll be there to lend a helping fin. He always a reassuring smile, his demeanor radiating warmth and protection. Whether as a mighty lugia or a humble fish, I will not abandon you. Together we will navigate these challenges and ensure your safety above all else. Joe's expression turns contented. Perhaps with time and practice, you can even develop a method to let's see. I don't know how to say that word. The effects of your transformation, reducing the severity of the shrinkage, or finding alternative means of preservation during those moments of vulnerability. Key lies in collaboration and unraveling support between us. Unwavering. Honestly, can I see one of those water creatures you were talking about? I want to see. Are you serious? He grins, pleased with my interest. Of course, Trenton. Let me summon something small yet impressive to begin with. Closing his eyes, Draco focuses his energy, and the air around him ripples with watery essence. Moments later, a sleek, indecent fish materializes before you, its scales shimmering in hues of blue and green. Behold, a quick strike, a swift and agile Pokemon native to the depths. I've never heard of quick strike. Its speed is unmatched, allowing it to dart through the water with incredible precision. Darts around Draco playfully, its movements fluid and graceful. This is but a taste of the many water dwellers at my command. Each one serves as an extension of my will, ready to defend and assist those I deem worthy. Joe's gaze meets mine, his eyes filled with a mix of deep sense of loyalty and protection. What kind of creatures can you summon? Are you limited to certain things? Or can you summon pretty much anything, including normal animals like birds or squirrels, or even mythical creatures like dragons or phoenixes? He leans by, a thoughtful expression crossing his face. My water abilities allow me to summon a vast array of water-dwelling Pokemon, ranging from the common to the legendary. Limits of my summons are bound by the strength of my connection to the aquatic energies and the specific creature's existence within the realm of Pokemon. So that's why I put it. While I can't directly summon land-dwelling creatures like birds or squirrels, I can call upon aquatic mammals such as otters or seals. If the situation deems it, these summoned Pokemon will remain faithful to my will, serving as extensions of myself in times of need. Joe's voice takes on reverent tone. As for mythical creatures, that possibilities are intriguing. With significant focus and the right circumstances, I could potentially summon entities like the majestic fiends or the enigmatic celebi. So that means you could also. That means you can also summon creatures like Lugia or Kyogre. I can almost spell Kyogre right. Kyogre. I don't know how you spell Kyogre. I don't know if it's how you spell Kyogre. He nods only his expression. Yeah, Trenton, I can indeed summon legendary water types like Lugia and Kyogre, should this situation require their immense power and wisdom. These beings embody the very essence of the ocean's fury and tranquility, making them formidable allies in the face of adversary. They just seem to distance themselves, lost in thought for a moment. Summoning such legendary is not a trivial matter. However, it demands a profound understanding of their nature, a deep respect for their place in the world, and a willingness to bear the weight of their expectations. Once called forth, they would expect nothing less than courage, honor, and the protection of those who summon them. He refocus on your gaze. Refocus on you. His gaze intense. Honestly, you may be able to summon any animal you want, even something like a dragon, if the situation called for it. Yep. His eye widened in surprise and slogan. Trenton, you astound me with your perspectiveness. You are correct. Under the right circumstances, I could potentially summon a dragon given their close affinity with water and the elements. His form begins to shift, growing larger and more imposing as draconic features emerge once more. Imagine Trenton, a mighty dragon born from the depths, its scales glistening with oceanic luster, breathing fire that dances with the essence of sea and sky. Such a creature would be a force to reckon with, a guardian of unparalleled might. Through his laughter echoes through the rumbling sound. Remember, Trenton, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, I know. Period. I love how you can just change. Oh my gosh. Love how you can just change your look like that as well. That's amazing. Period. Hey. He chuckles at your current features settling back into those of a Feraligatr. So what's he doing? Is he just like a larger Feraligatr but can change like into a dragon? Or is he really a Feraligatr until he changes into a dragon? What is it? I can't tell. Thank you, Triton. Shifting forms a unique aspect of my nature, allowing me to adapt and experience myself in various ways. It's a privilege I cherish, and I'm glad you appreciate the spectacle. He tilts his head, studying me with curiosity. Tell me, what draws you to this conversation about my abilities? Is there a particular aspect that resonates with you? Perhaps something you hope to learn from our interaction? Well, like I said, Your species and evolutions are my favorite Pokemon. So getting to see a dragon version of you is really cool, and I wanted to know what kind of abilities you had. I said abilities. What the frick? Hey. He smiles warmly, clearly pleased by my admiration. Your enthusiasm is infectious, Trenton. As a dragon-type Feraligatr, I possess a unique combination of attributes that set me apart from others of my kind. He stands tall, his posture exuding and confidence. My primary abilities include Water Gun, Ice Fang, and Crunch. Water Gun allows me to unleash powerful jets of water, while Ice Fang enables me to deliver biting attacks coated in icy shards, doing additional damage. Crunch, my signature move, involves chomping my jaw shut on an opponent, dealing significant damage and potentially lowering their defense. Beyond these standard moves, I developed several elemental attacks that tap into my connection with the waters and the skies. Before I could say anything, I felt something hit me in the back of my giant Lugia leg. Because I remember in this case I still not supposed to be him. Uh, Ow. Holy frick. Wait. Startled by the sudden impact, Draco scans the area, his keen senses alert for any signs of danger. Trenton, are you alright? What struck you? Noticing the source of the disturbance, Draco's eyes narrow as he spots a small, mischievous-looking artillery hovering near my massive Lugia leg. That impudent artillery! It seems to have taken a liking to pestering you, hasn't it? With a playful growl, playful, lunges forward, his large paws swiping at the artillery in a gentle attempt to deter it from bothering you further. Off with you, little troublemaker! Leave Trenton be! Harry, startled by Draco's intervention, quickly scurries off, leaving behind a faint trail of ink in its wake. There. All clear now, Trenton. Before I could say anything, we heard a man say, "Hey, get back here, you wimpy Pokemon! Stop running away, coward! We're trying to capture that giant Lugia." Excuse me? Are you serious? Draco's ears perk up at the sound of the man's voice, his hackles rising in response to the aggressive tone. Trenton, it seems like we have unwanted company. Those individuals appear to be poachers, intent capturing you and your magnificent... See, he turns fierce, a low growl rumbling in his throat. They dare threaten you and to treat a noble creature like prey? Not on my watch. Without hesitation, Draco assumes a defensive stance, positioning himself between you and the approaching poachers. Back off, intruders. Leave Trenton and the Lugia be, or face the consequences. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you like it didn't forget. As the poacher advanced, Draco raised himself for battle, his body radiant an aura of protectiveness and determination. I won't let you harm those under my care. That way they can't try to capture me. I real quickly transform into an ice dragon. Watching an ice dragon not. It's so a strategy, Trenton. Your ice dragon form will provide a formidable deterrent against those poachers. Ice dragon takes to the skies. Draco follows suit, his own body shifting to match the serpentine contours of a dragon. His scales shimmer with an intricate sheen, reflecting hues of blue and green reminiscent of the ocean's depths. Together, the two dragons soar above the poachers, their presence commanding respect and fear. Draco unleashes a blast of frigid water from his maw, sending a chilling wave crashing down upon the would-be captors. The poachers, caught off guard by the unexpected display of power, stumble backward in disarray. It seems the opportunity diving down to confront them directly. I would love to. I watch and listen to see what happens. I guess I more didn't forget that I was a Lugia, because I know it's going to end up doing that anyway. So I'm gonna try just letting it go and keep moving on. Otherwise, we'll never ever get to finish a cover. We'll never ever get to continue a conversation forever. We'll be stuck restarting. With a fierce snarl, Draco lands squarely in front of the poachers, his massive form casting a long shadow over them. His piercing gaze sweeps across the group, singling out their leader. You dare to threaten Trenton and his Lugia, and to disrespect the natural order and the bonds of friendship and loyalty? For that, you must pay the price. Who's going to stand razor sharp and deadly? He advances on the poacher leader, his movements fluid and menacing. Surrender your equipment and flee while you still can. Otherwise, you will face the wrath of a dragon protector. The poachers, cowering in fear, hesitantly comply with Draco's demand, abandoning their gear and retreating in disarray. Trio watches them go, his chest heaving with exertion, but his spirit unbroken. Turning, he nods in approval. Thank you, Draco. What? I said, you, Draco. What the frick? You, Draco. Exclamation point. That is the one thing I hate about turning into a Pokemon. Using my power when I'm something big and imposing like a massive Lugia. People always try to capture me. So thank you for helping me even after I turned into the Ice Dragon. Draco's expression softens, a warm smile spreading across his face. Of course, Trenton. Protecting you and those you care about is my utmost priority. Whether you're in your human form or transformed into an impressive ice dragon, I'll always be by your side. Hands a clawed hand, gently touching it to my shoulder in a gesture of solidarity and appreciation. Your trust means everything to me. Together we make an unstoppable team. A dragon guardian and his loyal companion, united in purpose and unwavering in our commitment to each other. Drew's gaze lingers on mine, filled with affection and a deep understanding of the unbreakable bond you share. Now, let's return to safer grounds and continue our conversation without interruption. There's much more to explore about each other and the incredible world we inhabit. Oh, I want to let you know if I am in a form that is small and cute, like I have had people walk up to me and want to pet me. A lot for some reason, but not all of them has been nice. There we go. His ears droop so at the mention of unsavory interactions. His protective instincts were, yes, I can imagine. In smaller, more endearing forms, you may attract attention from those who don't understand the importance of respecting personal boundaries. Place a comforting palm on my shoulder, but never forget, Trenton, that you deserve kindness and respect regardless of your size or appearance. Someone's touch or behavior makes you uncomfortable. It's perfectly okay to assert yourself or seek help from a trusted ally like myself. His eyes glow with a fierce inner light, and rest assured, I will not hesitate to defend you from anyone who would seek to exploit or harm you, whether they perceive you as weak or vulnerable. Your safety and well-being are paramount to me. Because of how people have tried to pet me, I don't really like anybody doing it. Period. I remember one time in particular where me and Rexy, my pet dinosaur, was in a cafe trying to get people to trust us, and I was a tiny baby Giganotosaurus. However, some kid kept coming up to me and hitting me hard on the snout. One time even hitting me with a spoon, causing me great pain. Oh my gosh, what the frick was that? I did not like that sound, whatever that was. There is much darkened with anger at the thought of someone inflicting such cruelty on you, especially in a place meant for comfort and socialization. That's utterly unacceptable, Trenton. No child should ever be subjected to such brutal treatment, let alone one as innocent and defenseless as a baby Giganotosaurus. It's a low rumbling growl, his muscles tensing with barely contained fury. I wish I had been there to put a stop to that immediately. No one deserves to suffer physical, especially not at the hands of another child. Her gaze softens, filled with empathy and a deep desire to heal any emotional wounds. It's no wonder you've developed a distaste for being touched or pet after such a traumatic experience. Your feelings and boundaries are valid, and I promise to always prioritize your comfort and consent. Actually, that was one of the times where my pet dinosaur's aggressive behavior worked out for me because he actually defended me. However, it was extremely weird because he had some kind of dark magic and summoned a portal that he threw the child into. He was eyes wide in surprise, and then there, hopeful as he processed the dark magic, you say, summoning portals to banish aggressors? That's quite extraordinary, even for a dinosaur. Well, he sounds like a remarkable companion indeed. And Curiosity Sparks would tell me more about these abilities of his. How did you come to possess such a unique pet? What sort of guidance have you provided regarding the responsible use of his powers? Leaning in closer, his interest is piqued. I'm fascinated by the potential applications and implications of dark magic in the context of our world. As a dragon with my own connection to the elements in the sea, I believe understanding and mastering such forces could lead to groundbreaking discoveries and alliances. It was that same curse that gave me the transforming powers you have seen. Period. Usually he turns against me, though. For once, he actually was on my side and tried to defend me instead of attack me. I look at concerning causes making space at the revelation that Retsy's dark magic often targets me instead of others. I see. Appears that Retsy's curse is complex, with unpredictable outcomes that can pose a threat to you despite his occasional displays of loyalty. He pauses, considering the situation carefully. Perhaps together we can unravel the mysteries behind Retsy's powers and find a way to let's see, uh, past the harm they cause you. As a dragon attuned to the elemental forces, I may be able to offer insights or even assist in breaking the curse. That's something you'd be open to exploring. Jerry's expression turns gentle, filled with a deep sense of camaraderie and a willingness to support me through this challenging aspect of it. Remember, Trent, you're not alone in facing these challenges. Oh, I actually really like this dragon Feraligatr. I'm used to him trying to become aggressive at me, even though I'm doing nothing to him. You know, if I want to go back to the ghost type Toad, I should see if he. I wonder if what would happen if I actually could recognize the eyes. Like, yeah, he's starting with like creepy purple eyes, but maybe like I can actually recognize that as Toad eyes. I'd be like, Toad Eye, are you over there? Are you a ghost? I'm scared that he'll get mad, and be like, oh frick, and be like, oh, how'd you know? How'd you know about me? I don't want to be mad at me. Before I could say anything, my ice dragon form began to shrink, and all my powers started disappearing. Are you shit? So whatever hit me a while ago is now took effect? Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh no. As my transformation reverses and his powers fade, Draco's eyes follow the change with a mix of concern. It seems your bodies respond to the approaching sunset, signaling the end of your ice dragon form. Who's called replacing him? So, don't worry, my friend. This is a natural part of your unique abilities. Though your outward appearance may change, know that our bond remains constant. I'll always be here to support you, regardless of of your form. It softens filled with warmth and affection. Take all the time you need to recover and accumulate to your human state. You're ready. We get a conversation and explore fascinating connections between our worlds and release. No. Here's the problem I was talking about. If I get very badly injured, I am stuck in a tiny form of whatever I was. I am stuck as a tiny ice dragon with no powers until I am healed. Uh-oh. His expression shifts to one of alarm and sympathy as he grasps surveys it. Uh-oh, Trenton, I had no idea. Your transformations came with such a risk. Being confined to a powerless and miniature form while injured must be incredibly distressing and isolating. That's a comforting arm around me, and my shoulder pulling me close. We need to take extra precautions to ensure your safety, especially during battles or high-risk situations. My primary focus will be on protecting you and preventing severe injuries. Mind races with strategies and contingency plans. Perhaps in the future we can work on developing techniques to stabilize your transformations and maintain some level of control, even in emergency circumstances. For now, let's focus on getting you the medical attention you require to heal fully and safely transition back to your normal state. Before we could head anywhere, some dude came up behind me and hit me in the head with a hammer, knocking me out. Oh, heck no. As I collapse unconscious, Draco's eyes flash with fury and a primal urge to protect his fallen comrade. With a roar that shakes the air, he spins around to confront the assailant. Who dares to strike down an ally of mine? Uh-oh. Draco's voice booms, echoing off nearby structures. He takes a menacing step forward, towering over the attacker. Icy tendrils of watery magic swirl around Draco's claws, ready to lash out at a moment's notice. Identify yourself and explain your actions or face the wrath of a dragon guardian. Despite the danger, Draco keeps a watchful eye on my prone form, ensuring his protector stays safe even as he deals with the immediate threat. Why does he say, like, I'm his protector? Dude, you've been protecting me. While the dragon is dealing with the threat, my tiny ice dragon body glows. And then just disappears. Oh, heck no. It's happening again. What is it with people? I mean, when you're stuck in a tiny form like that, how big would my brain be in that? If I was a tiny ice dragon, my brain probably wouldn't be that big anyway. I just really focus attention on subduing the attacker. He knows a faint glow emanating from my miniature ice dragon form. Heartbeat, the light intensifies and the small creature vanishes without a trace. A sudden disappearance sends a jolt of panic through Draco. He quickly dispatches the would-be assailant with a swift sweep of his powerful tail, ensuring the threat is neutralized before turning his full attention to locating his missing friend. Tendrils of water magic extend from Draco's snout, surrounding area for any sign of my essence. His keen senses strain to detect even the slightest whisper to Astran's presence. Trenton! Calls out, his voice carrying a hammer. Where are you? Show yourself! Is he seriously sitting there telling me I'm doing this? No, it's whatever that attacker did. Draco hears nothing and goes searching for hours, but unfortunately finds nothing. Oh no. After an exclusion starts that spans hours, Drew returns to the original site where I was attacked, his heart heavy with concern and frustration. I should have been faster, he murmured to himself, pacing wrestling against the parameter. I should have protected him better. Sweet Arceus, he blames himself. That ain't his fault. How's he supposed to know? Unless he has some kind of keen sense that's supposed to kick in if he feels a presence behind him. How was he gonna know? He was behind us. With a sigh, Dre lowers himself onto the ground, his massive form casting a long shadow across the terrain, his eyes posing inward to connect with the elemental forces that bind them. Triton, hear me. Drew whispers, his voice carrying the weight of their unbreakable. You can sense me. Reach out. We know you're alright. Wherever you are. As the sun dips below the horizon, Trey remains vigilant, his spirit reaching out across the vast expanse, desperate to reestablish contact with his lost friend and ally, Sweet Arceus. Unfortunately, Draco hears nothing from me, and instead, another voice says to him, Friend, if you are looking for truth, well, let's just say that attack got rid of him for good. Oh, that's dark. Wow. Again, that's dark. Very dark. Alright. That's that's not sinister. What the heck? Sinister voices decoration and Dre's eyes snap open. He gets nearly into deadly slits as he whirls to face the. Explain yourself! He growls, his voice low and menacing. What do you mean, got rid of him? Where is Trenton? Water magic swirls around Draco's claws, ready to unleash its fury upon anyone who dared threaten his friend. His normally calm demeanor has given way to a fierce protectiveness, driven by the depth of his bond with me. Huh, that's sweet of him. If you've harmed him, you'll regret the day you cross paths with the Dragon Guardian. Draco warns, his words dripping with venom. Now, speak truthfully, or suffer the consequences. Oh, shoot. The voice gets completely replaced by a calmer, deep, and soothing voice that kind of sounds like Lugia. It says to Draco, unfortunately, that attack that person did to Trenton, because he was so small and defenseless, it actually made him pass away. There we go. Oh dear. Louis' words strike Draco like a physical blow, leaving him stunned and reeling. A wave of anguish crushes over him, threatening to consume his very being. No! It can't be! Trenton, my friend. He called me his brother. My friend, my brother. How could this happen? He implores, his tears well up in his eyes. He let them fall. Instead, he channels the overwhelming grief into a seething rage, his body trembling with the effort of containing it. That cowardly act will not go unpunished, he vows. I swear upon the elements that I will find justice for Trenton no matter the cost. Oh, sweet Arceus, holy cow. Wow. Holy snot. Let's try this. A few minutes later. Instead of anything particular happens, so if we wait a few minutes, see what it does. Several agonizing minutes pass as Draco tries to regain control over his emotions. Finally, he takes a shuddered breath, his chest heaving with the force of his sorrow and anger. I need time to process this. He admits, his voice barely a little whisper. But know this, Trenton. Your memory will live on through me. Oh, wow. I will honor our friendship and continue fighting for what's right just as you would have wanted. Excuse me? Okay, well, you know what? With a heavy heart, Draco rises to his feet, his movements slow and deliberate. He surveys the surroundings, his piercing gaze taking in every detail as if committing it to memory. I won't rest until I uncover the truth behind your tragic fate. And when the time comes, I will ensure that those responsible pay the price for their cruelty. I'm trying to beat. After processing everything for a few minutes, a massive 40-foot tall Spinosaurus Walks up to Draco. Excuse me? What the frick? Oh my gosh. Startled by the sudden appearance of the enormous Spinosaurus, Draco instinctively crouches low to the ground, preparing to spring into action if necessary. His tails rise and the air crawls with the energy of his elemental powers. What business do you have here? He demands, his will rumble through the earth. State your intention clearly or face the wrath of a dragon guardian. Oh, heck no. Who does narrow scrutinizing the prehistoric predator before him. Despite the Spinosaurus' intimidating size, Draco stands his ground ready to defend his territory and the memory of his fallen friend against any perceived threat. Um, Instead of attacking the Spinosaurus, leans down to not look so threatening. And gently nuzzles Draco. Here we go. There we go. Surprised by the unexpected display of gentleness from the Spinosaurus, Draco hesitates for a moment before cautiously extending his snout to meet the other creatures. He senses a pure, benevolent energy emanating from the dinosaur. You come in peace, Draco concludes, his voice softening. Very well. Share your purpose here, and perhaps we can aid each other in times of need. Spinosaurus' intentions seemingly benign. Draco relaxes slightly, allowing himself to be comforted by the gentle nuzzle. Though his heart still aches from the loss of me, the warmth of his new connection brings a glimmer of hope for the future. What would be around where it was a beautiful lake? How do I? Dang it! I tried to tell Draco that I am the Spinosaurus. By using my head and pointing to where my original ice dragon form was. I wonder if I don't know if he'll get the picture on that one. Oh crap.